Hello and welcome back everyone to our series on using U-Substitution to solve integrals. Today we're going to look at the integral of the square root of 4 minus the square root of x. This is definitely the trickiest integral that we've looked at so far, and I would classify it as a medium level in terms of difficulty. And as we've seen before, usually the best bet to try first is to make your U-substitution equal to the inner function. And because we don't obviously have a function in its derivative, that's going to be our thought here. So we're going to make u equal to 4 minus the square root of x. Differentiating that, we can see that du is going to be equal to, well, the derivative of a constant is 0, and then minus, and we're going to take the derivative of x to the 1/2. So we're going to get 1/2 x to the minus 1/2 dx. Now rearranging for dx, we're going to get minus 2 over x to the minus 1/2 du, which is simply minus 2 root x du. So going back to our integral, we simply have the integral of the square root of u times minus 2 root x du. And let's go back to our identity for u, where we know u is equal to 4 minus the square root of x. We can rearrange that by saying if u equals 4 minus the square root of x, and we add square root of x to both sides, then we get u plus square root of x equals 4, and square root of x is equal to 4 minus u. So we can take this value and plug it in for root x, where we have it right here. So our integral is equivalent to square root of u, and we can bring out the negative 2 because it's a constant, times 4 minus u du. Now we need to rewrite this radical in terms of a power so it's easy to distribute. So we have minus 2 square root u to the 1/2 4 minus u du. Now distributing, we have minus 2, then we have 4 u to the 1/2 minus u to the 3/2 du. Now integrating this integrand is as simple as using the reverse power rule. So we're going to bring out our minus 2, and then we're going to add 1 to 1/2 and then divide the coefficient. So adding 1 would give us 3/2. So we got 4 times 2/3, which is just 1 over 3/2, u to the 3/2, minus, and we're going to add 1 to 3/2, which is going to give us 5/2, and then 1 divided by 5/2 is 2/5. So we get 2/5 u to the 5/2 plus c. Now simplifying, we're going to get negative 2 outside still, 8/3 u to the 3/2 minus 2/5 u to the 5/2 plus c. Now distributing in our minus 2, we're going to get minus 16 over 3 u to the 3/2 plus 4/5 u to the 5 halves plus c. Now going back to our expression for u, we're going to get this in terms of x. So we have minus 16 over 3. And then for u, we have 4 minus root x to the 3 halves plus 4 over 5, 4 minus root x to the 5 halves plus c. And that is our final answer.